Welcome to the Malt Project and the Isle of Islay, the Whiskey Island.
This is Islay. Right? This isn't a place to come and visit a distillery. Right? This is an experience. There's people, there's wildlife, there's scenery, and the weather, the ferries. You have to experience the whole thing to say you've been in Islay.
The actual physicality of coming to Islay and experiencing Islay and seeing, being by the sea and smelling the peat and, you know, understanding the way of life here. I think once you have that in your mind, then you can sip an Ardbeg or a Lagavulin or any of the Islay single malts, you know, understanding it a wee bit more.
So, well, that's one of the things about growing up in Islay. It's just whiskey's there and you don't realise it, and you think everyone else just has all these great distilleries on their doorstep, and it's only when you kind of leave the island you think, for such a small place we have quite a big impact in lots of people's lives.
Islay reflects what's happening in the whisky industry as a whole. We're seeing global growth in Scotch whisky full stop, but I think Islay is ahead of that trend, and Islay single malts have become the sexiest whiskies in the world. Obviously they're also in demand for blending purposes, so what you have got as a result of that is that virtually every distillery, as far as I know, on Islay is working at or close to full capacity.
For the first time ever, all of the current distillery managers on Islay are natives of the island. John Campbell is the youngest of them all.
Well, the still house is one of the things that does kind of make us unique. The fact that, if you can see behind me, we've got 3 stills in the first distillation and 4 in the second distillation, and then over the far end 2 different sizes as well.
Well, in the past, when Glenmorangie bought the distillery back in '97, I mean, they bought a distillery that wasn't, you know, had been shut in the year before. There was a bit of stock there, not huge amounts, and it needed a bit of investment in the plant. So what they've done with it over the last 10, 11 years has been great. I mean, they've built it really well up and they're investing a lot of money in it. And it's a great place to work. It's really vibrant. It's a great fun place to work, and you know, everybody that you speak to just absolutely loves the brand. So it makes the job a lot easier as well. The great thing about these distilleries, you've got people in them that work for a long time, and they're all experienced people. You know, and if it ain't broke, you don't need to fix it.
Well, this is number 7 warehouse here at Bannahaven. This is the smallest warehouse on site. It's the old style traditional dunnage warehouse, which is basically 2 pieces of wood, casks on top, 2 pieces of wood, more casks on top.
What are we opening?
This is a 1987. To show you the effect, we were talking earlier on about sherry casks and the effect it can have on whisky. This is just absolutely perfect. I mean, we'll just have a little look at this and see, just feast your eyes on the colour of this when it comes out. Okay, look at this now. And the old boys in Islay will tell you there should always be a wee froth like that on top of your drum. I don't know what if that means anything scientifically or not, but the old guys always like to see bubbles on the top of it, you know.
Caol compares very much with the likes of Glendullan and Clynelish, other distilleries that were built or rebuilt in the late 60s and early 70s. You must remember, Caol was built primarily for blends, and that's what the size of the distillery and things like that, it was all tied together to produce a volume of spirit consistently for blends. We'll always say Johnny Walker is what keeps Caol running, because that is the huge one, and at the moment we can't really produce enough. Caol is now bottled as a single malt in its own right. We started bottling probably about 1990.
So obviously extremely good casks, because they haven't lost a lot of alcohol, and maybe 3rd, 4th refill, or probably 4th refill, because it's been a long, slow maturation, because you've still got a lot of the smoke still in it.